Check it. All right, yo, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. This is your midday market update for AMC, GME, and SPY. We're going to look at the technicals for these three stocks as AMC's cost to borrow is absolutely going through the roof. We are on the threshold security list still for over the 13th day when FTDs need to be covered. We have the most FTDs piling up as ever and a nasty technical setup for AMC. This is one of the most beautiful setups I have ever seen for AMC stock. We also have GME consolidating at crucial levels for a push to the upside, and we are seeing SPY absolutely move to the upside, but I do think we are going to see a correction. We're going to talk about all this and more in this video and tell you how it's going to affect AMC and GME. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. What is up? Welcome back to another video with Data Zero. In this video, we'll be looking at AMC and GME, our two favorite meme stocks. We're also going to be looking at SPY. We're going to be looking at SPY as well, giving you guys an update and prediction on what is going on in the overall market and with our favorite meme stocks. We have a lot of stuff going on with AMC. Very interesting day to day. We are trying to fight for green. I do believe we are going to close green, and I'm going to explain why I do believe we're going to close green. Again, my daily prediction and update for today was green for GME, green for AMC. We will revisit this at the end of the day. This is your midday market update for AMC. So let's go ahead and hop in to the charts and show you guys what we are looking at. So let's go ahead and start with SPY. So the first thing I want to point out with SPY is we are getting a rejection from this 456 level, Bollinger Band starting to constrict here. So this is also getting me a little bit nervous in anticipation for a large move, possibly to the downside. I do think we are going to see SPY start to pull back here eventually as we are oversold on overbought on many metrics. So if we go ahead and look at the 1 hour time frame, you guys can see that we're overbought. We are also overbought on the 2 hour time frame. RSI is overbought on the 4 hour time frame, extremely overbought on the 4 hour time frame. We're also overbought on the daily time frame as well. And normally when we see RSI this high on the daily time frame, it normally correlates with tops on SPY. If we go ahead and see this major top here, you can see that RSI was trading around these same levels when we had that major top. So right down at the bottom of your screen is RSI. RSI was trading at about 73 when we seen that major top. RSI is now at 76. Also, if we go ahead and look at the overall top for the overall market itself, we can go ahead and see that RSI was trading at about 79 when it happened. So let's go ahead and scroll this over so you guys can see what we are looking at, and then go ahead and scroll this over and look at RSI. So RSI was trading at about 77, 78 in that range when we did see the top to the overall market for that last bull rally. And we can see that RSI is right around those same ranges. So I am thinking that we are going to see a pullback for SPY as we are outside of the Bollinger Bands as well. And we have multiple gap fills to the downside. So literally the SPY is in short squeeze mode as we're seeing short squeezes across the board. Stocks like BBYQ, BBIG, Carvana, all these stocks are seeing massive upside right now. Carvana is currently sitting at $51. We have BBYQ going up to about 40 cents, almost a all-time high since it has hit its lows, or is all-time high since it's hit its lows. As you guys can see, it hit a low back here of about 4 cents right here and has been climbing to the upside ever since. We also have other stocks squeezing as well. Antarian is another stock making moves to the upside, and there are multiple short squeezes across the market pushing the stock market up. Also, we're seeing stocks like Tesla and tech stocks push the market up as well. But again, I do think we are going to have a pullback around the 455, 460 region for SPY as we are overbought on many metrics on the RSI. Again, we'll be checking this out later today when the price action is over to see how accurate everything was and to see what other predictions we have. But we do seem to be seeing major resistance at that 455, 456 region. And again, we have multiple scenarios showing us that we're going to be pushing to the downside as we are outside of the Bollinger Bands. We are overbought on multiple time frames, and we are looking to meet a major top for SPY. So I think a major top is coming here for SPY. Also, fear and greed is absolutely maxed out. So I do think we're going to see a correction here in the near future for SPY. SPY. So that's what I'm looking at for the short and long term. I do think we're going to be seeing downside to these lower levels, filling these gaps as we reach a overall top for SPY. Let's go ahead and look into AMC, show you what's going on with AMC and GME. So something very, very interesting going on with AMC. So I know Ortex often reports cost of borrow being at over 1,000%, but we're seeing cost of borrow officially reported across the board at 1,053%. This is the highest we have ever seen officially reported cost to borrow ever. So we are seeing the highest cost to borrow we have ever seen. We're seeing the most FTDs we have ever seen, and we are seeing the most short interest we have ever seen ever for AMC. This is absolutely out of control. We're seeing these numbers absolutely go through the roof, and this is showing the pure desperation that the shorts have in the background. Not only do we have a beautiful technical setup all the way to about $20, but we have the highest short interest we have ever seen, the most cost to borrow, the most FTDs, and we have a major catalyst coming up for AMC stock. This is set up for the nastiest move I have ever seen for AMC. And I know some people think that I get way too hyped about this stuff, but guys, you have to look at what the data is telling us. 28.80% short interest, cost to borrow at over 1,000%, a technical setup for a run to the upside. We literally have a catalyst to push us to the upside that's coming, that we know about, an event that we know about that is coming up. We have everything we need for a short squeeze cake, and I do think we're about to see it big. Let's go ahead and look at the technicals and see what we're looking at here on the smaller time frames, show you what's going on with AMC and what I expect here in the second half of the day. So we are seeing SPY start to pull back, which is affecting AMC and GME. They are starting to pull back to the downside. Levels of support that I expect to hold for AMC is 420 and 415. So I do think we're going to be holding 420 and 415. Also, this level here of about 430 is a major level of support as well. We are basically making a ascending triangle as we hold this uptrend. So we're consistently trending up, and this is a very bullish pattern right here. This pattern right here, this ascending triangle that we're in, marked in white. If we see a breakout, again, I keep saying this over and over again because this is the pattern that we're in. If we see a breakout above $4.50, you're going to see that push up to about $5 very, very quickly, because $4.50 is major resistance. So once we break it out of this bullish structure, you're going to see it push to about $5. Now, if AMC goes to that $5 mark, the gamma that is building up here, every time I check Stonko Tractor, the gamma just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. This is the setup we have is insane, y'all. This setup is crazy. Yo, we are about to squeeze, bro. Like, this is crazy. The gamma ramp is stupid right now. 153,000 calls expiring in the money at that $5 level, 28.80% short interest. We also have cost to borrow at over 1,000%. Like, this is a crazy setup. And then the technicals are all telling me that we're about to see a run. I am very, very, very excited for what we are about to see with AMC stock. I do think this is a massive setup as we're seeing a market-wide short squeeze. So the market's ripping to the upside. We are seeing AMC with one of the nastiest setups we have ever seen. GME is setting up for a macro move as well. This is very exciting for what I'm expecting to come here in the near future for AMC. I do think we can start trending up without the judge's decision. I think that the pressure cooker is building. Shorts are having a hard time pushing us down, especially with this cost to borrow rate. It's having them a hard time getting shares available to borrow. Now, obviously, they do get some. They get some illegally by doing fugazi stuff. You already know what it is. But they are having hard time getting more shares, putting constant short pressure on us, which makes us not able to crash to the downside. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC. Again, we have a beautiful setup. I am expecting support to hold and actually probably close green on the day. If you go ahead and look at the Bollinger Bands, we are meeting support at the Bollinger Bands. If we go ahead and look at the smaller time frames, you can see that they're starting to constrict. So a big move is coming for AMC. I do think it's about to be a push to the upside. So this is probably a spring retest as we're going to dump to the downside just a little bit, and then get a nice push up to probably about $4.45 in my personal opinion. And this will probably happen before close, but if it doesn't happen before close, it will happen in the after hours and into the next day, in my personal opinion. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC on the shorter and longer term. Again, I'm expecting levels of 420 and 415 to hold as support, and we are setting up for a nasty setup. I will be making another video later today, letting you guys know what is going on later today. So let's go ahead and look at GME stock. GME stock and show you what's going on with GME. So GME is seeing a little bit of a downside. I do think we are going to close green on the day for GME as well. Again, SPY starting to pull back, giving us a little bit of headwind for us to move to the upside. But GME is making a very bullish move to the upside. So we are going to see GME probably come back down to about 2280, retest that as support. This could possibly be the retest right here that we're seeing right now, or we could see just a bit more downside. But right now we're breaking out of this micro falling wedge and trying to break out of this bigger falling wedge. So we're trying to break out of this micro falling wedge marked in white, retesting the top trend line as support, which is very, very bullish, and trying to make a move above that in this larger falling wedge marked in yellow. If we break out of this larger falling wedge marked in yellow, you're going to see GME push up to $25. I sound like a broken record with GME because we're basically in a consolidation stage. So this is where you're going to see GME basically consolidate. Even though it's a downwards consolidation, it's still a bullish consolidation. We're using macro sloping resistance as support. Again, I sound like a broken record, but this is exactly what it is as we constantly consolidate to break above that $25 and $30 level. You can see that Bollinger Bands are starting to constrict here on GME. Also, I want to point out something for AMC with the EMAs. Let's go ahead and see if AMC still has this. So on the hourly time frame on AMC, and then we will get back to GME, we did have a golden cross here on the hourly time frames on the EMAs. So let's go ahead and see what we're looking at for AMC. So it does not it does appear that we do not have the golden cross anymore. Let's go ahead and just check. Yes, we do have a golden cross on AMC on the 2-hour time frame. Again, this is more indications of a bullish move to the upside for AMC. I just wanted to point that out and put that in the video as well. I found this yesterday. Golden cross, anytime the 50 EMA in gold crosses over the 200 EMA marked in white, that is called a golden cross. It's a bullish signal that technical traders use for a bullish signal. Now we can see GME. Again, GME trying to work on this macro breakout of this larger falling wedge marked in yellow. If it does break out of it, you're going to see that push up to about $30, $25, $30 region. We're basically consolidating to push above that. Bollinger Band starting to constrict here on the higher time frames, letting us know that volatility is coming. I think it's going to be a push to the upside. If you go ahead and look at the 4-hour time frame, Bollinger Band starting to constrict. We also have Bollinger Band starting to constrict on the daily time frame. So I do think we're about to see a major push to the upside, breaking above that $30 level. So if we go ahead and zoom out and look at the more macro type of setup, you can see that we have this double bottom setup here with this gap fill up here. I keep sounding like a broken record with this as well. We have the double bottom with the gap fill here at $40, coming all the way down to $15, bouncing once, then getting another bounce. We're about to curl back around and launch back up to that $40 region as we break out of this macro falling wedge as well, using macro sloping resistance, which has been resistance for 2 years as support. We also have a very beautiful gamma ramp after that $30 level for GME. So once GME starts to run, you're going to see this thing take off. And I do think AMC and GME are going to be running together, as well as APE, BBYQ, and a few others, as we are already starting to see these stocks squeeze. I do think AMC and GME are going to squeeze last and be the biggest of all short squeezes, but I do believe this is actually the MOA setup, mother of all short squeezes, where multiple stocks, multiple meme stocks squeeze across the market. I do believe that is actually what is happening now. We are already seeing multiple stocks start to squeeze, and I do think we're going to see AMC and GME follow after. I think they're going to be last, but I think they're going to be the most epic of all of them. So this is the video I have for you guys. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe for more content like this, and remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. Link below is my Instagram and Twitter. If you want to join my Discord, it is $50 for a lifetime invite. $50 for a lifetime invite. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and just say, hey, I want to join your Discord. I talk about stocks, cryptos, trades all day long. So if you want to check that out and join a great community that are making wins, go ahead and check that out. Also, I do have a membership you can join on the channel. It's $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time, get a ton of benefits and perks for joining the membership. $2.99 a month, cancel at any time. I'm also working on finishing my trading class. Once I have a few people take it, test it out, and return the info to me, let me know how it is. I'm going to be putting it out to the public, so as soon as it's ready, I will be making an announcement on the channel letting everyone know that I have the product ready. I just want to make sure that it's the best product possible. And as always, I always appreciate each and every one of you that watch to the end of this video. Press like and subscribe if you want to support me for absolutely free. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.